Hi everybody, I'm Bishop Matthew, I'm the Bishop of Bolton. I want to tell you about a couple of books coming out that I've written recently to resource us to help us to be missionary disciples. Seems to me if we're going to be the kind of disciples who really make a difference in the world, then we need to foster discipleship habits, things in our lives that really empower us to live as followers of Jesus day after day after day. And so I'm writing a series of 6 books on holy habits, on these disciplines that empower us to live as followers of Jesus. The first is this one here. It's called The Art of Giving, and it's subtitled Becoming a More Generous Person. And the second one is this one. It's called The Art of Journaling, How to Become a More Reflective Person. So the first one on giving, I'm convinced that God calls us to live a generous life, 24/7. Now, of course, that's about being generous with our time and our energy and our love and our prayers. But it's more than that. It's also about being generous in the way that we give away our money. In fact, I'm convinced that it's through giving money, that gift of doing that unlocks generosity in a way that is really hard to explain until we actually do it. It's a catalytical gift, the gift of giving. So this book unreservedly, yes, it talks about the breadth of giving, but unreservedly talks about the importance of financial giving, giving away our money. And most of us want to do that, but we often don't know how or where should we start or how much or who to. So this book is really practical. It tells some stories, gives some advice. I get a bit vulnerable. I tell some of my story in this book. Not that I've got it all sorted, not at all. I'm still learning so much about giving. But I have learned a few things over the years, both for me personally, in my family, and also in my church. So if you're a church leader, this might be really good for you to help you think through how can I encourage more generosity in my church community. So that's that book, The Art of Giving, Becoming a More Generous Person. This second one, being published at the same time, this is number 2 in the series. This is about becoming a more reflective person. There's lots of resources out there these days to help us to journal. You've probably seen them in bookstores and that kind of thing. Often they're nice notebooks, they've got some headings in, they kind of guide us. That's one kind of journaling, but there's another kind of journaling which is simply a reflecting on life. That's different to a diary. A diary records what we've done. A journal is reflection on what's been happening. So we might say, when I was with so-and-so, I thought about this, or this happened, or my goodness, made me think about this. So it helps us reflect and think and pray, and maybe we let scripture come in to inform us, and maybe we write down some of our fears or struggles, dreams we've had, maybe prophetic words people have shared with us, longings that are poured out in prayer. We put them in our journals. These journals are out there on the bookshelves, are helpful to some extent, but they don't tell us why to journal or how to journal. So this book really gets into the nitty-gritty of that. Why and how might we do it. In fact, the 5 very short chapters just takes us through a 5-step approach to journaling that I hope you'll find empowering and helpful to help you understand yourself better, what God's doing in your life, and help you become an even more missionary disciple of Jesus. That's what this series is about, to empower us to be God's missionary disciples in everyday life. I hope you find them helpful. The Art of Giving, The Art of Journaling.